Team Rivalry, Big Ten, Trash Talk.
Today's Team Rivalry Trash Talk Minute is brought to you by the letter N, as in nepotism. As in, I really can't think of any other reason why Brian Ferentz is still the OC at Iowa. Just looking at the score of yesterday's game against South Dakota State, you'd think the Hawkeyes skirted by with a single touchdown and a fantastic defensive effort. And you'd be half right. The defense was, in fact, fantastic. In fact, it was the only non-special teams unit to score any points for either team. Because only Iowa can win a football game by not scoring any points on offense at all. I think they're taking that old saying, defense wins championships, just a little bit too seriously.
I didn't say it, I declared it.
But moving on. Friendly reminder to our friends in Columbus and East Lansing that football games actually have not one, but two halves. And you would do well to remember that earlier than halfway through the fourth quarter. Nebraska beat North Dakota to break a 50 million game losing streak and get their first W of the season. Don't look at the box score, just they won, and that's all you need to know.
We got something. I ain't saying what it is. Just trust me.
We were all curious to see how Illinois would do against better competition this season after their surprisingly dominant victory against Wyoming last week. We just didn't think Indiana would be that better team, but 4 turnovers later, and Illinois goes home the loser. Like they always do.
Well, first of all, they don't line their defensive linemen up like normal people do.
Purdue has been the destroyer of top 5 teams these last few years and looked poised for a breakout season this year, but Penn State came into town unranked, and Purdue just couldn't overcome those odds. One fourth quarter collapse later, and Purdue's 0-1. Not that Penn State has anything to brag about, though, because once again, James Franklin had to beg Sean Clifford to save them. In the end, Penn State got the W, but really everyone lost.
Trash Talk.
Nebraska also beat Notre Dame. Whoops. Well, there's the first cut. Beat Notre Dame. That's never going to happen. Not under Scott Frost.